There is a certain kind of Christmas that lives only in memory, a hushed, glowing moment that seems to drift in from another lifetime. It is not about perfection or trends, nor about the glossy, disposable sparkle of modern decor. It is a quieter beauty, a deeper warmth, a sense of belonging that rises from the worn floorboards of an old home and settles into the soul like a winter hymn. When we speak of that cozy old farmhouse Christmas so many people miss, we speak of a season where silence had weight, where the slow crackle of fire carried its own gentle heartbeat, and where the air itself seemed to hold a soft mix of pine, wood smoke, and spice. It was a time when the home glowed from within, not from bright LEDs, but from the natural flicker of warmth itself. The heart of this forgotten style begins with texture, real, imperfect, unpolished texture that carries the echo of years. In a world overwhelmed by factory-smooth surfaces, the farmhouse Christmas feels like exhaling. Rough-hewn beams slightly scarred by time, woven baskets softening at the edges, thick knits draped lazily across a chair that has survived generations of winter evenings. These elements don't shout, they whisper. And in that whisper, they tell us that the beauty of the season has nothing to do with perfection and everything to do with sincerity. Real linen, honest woods, weathered metals, greenery that looks like it actually came from Nature in its simplest form has always been the quiet storyteller of the farmhouse Christmas. Today's artificial greenery might be convenient, but it often lacks the softness, the fragrance, the gentle irregularity that gives a home its soul. To recreate the atmosphere people long for, the greenery must be unfussy, almost wild in its honesty. Cedar that drapes with its own natural curve. Fir branches that lean slightly sideways in a way no machine would dare imitate. A sprig of eucalyptus tucked behind a cupboard hinge, its silvery leaves catching the low winter light. Let the branches fall where they wish. Let the garlands soften at the edges. That effortless imperfection is the difference between something that looks decorated and something that feels alive. Color, too, plays its part with a subtlety that modern decor often forgets. Instead of bright reds and jarring greens, the farmhouse palette rests in the tones nature gives us once winter settles in. Deep forest greens that feel aged by snow, muted cranberry tones that look softened by time, warm creams that echo wool, linen, and candleglow rather than sterile white. These colors do not compete, they harmonize. They create a sensory calm, a visual quiet that wraps the room in comfort. When applied intentionally, woven through throws, ribbon, Meaning is the beating heart of this entire aesthetic. A farmhouse Christmas is built not from trends, but from stories. Instead of filling a tree with identical ornaments, imagine selecting pieces that carry historized, slightly tarnished glass bauble from a relative's attic, the paper star someone made years ago, the porcelain bell that has been unwrapped every December for as long as anyone can remember. These ornaments are more than decoration. They are memory made visible. Even their imperfection skips, faded paint, softened edge make them more beautiful, not less. When the tree becomes a living archive of the people who have gathered around it. Light is what turns that embrace into a sanctuary. Modern lighting can be harsh, sterile, too cold for what this style needs. The farmhouse glow is gentle golden, releasing warmth in layers rather than bursts. A few well-placed candles, unscented and steady. Warm white fairy lights woven subtly through garlands. The soft illumination of a lantern sitting atop a wooden table. And of course the deep amber glow of a fire, real or thoughtfully imitated, breathing life into the room. When these forms of light In the kitchen, true heart of any farmhouse season becomes tactile. This is the room where the warmth of Christmas is not just seen, but tasted, touched, shared. Wooden boards left out with fresh bread or ginger cookies cooling in the open air. Ironstone bowls filled with oranges, cloves pressed into their skins. A wreath of herbs tied loosely with twine above the pantry door. Here, function and beauty blur effortlessly. Nothing feels staged because everything is used. This is the kind of kitchen that Some of the most powerful elements of this look cost nothing at all. A bowl of pine cones gathered during a cold walk, a garland of dried oranges, their translucent slices glowing like tiny embers, bundles of cinnamon sticks tied with simple ribbon. These small handmade touches hold an authenticity that no store-bought item can replicate. They feel personal, earnest, connected to the rhythm of the season itself. When these humble pieces are placed throughout the home, they quiet the And then there is the mantled, symbolic, and emotional centerpiece of a farmhouse Christmas. It is never cluttered, never forced. Instead, it is curated with intention. A thick garland of real pine draped with natural slope, a few aged brass candlesticks catching the firelight, one or two vintage prints leaning casually against the wall, a set of old bells resting where they've rested for decades. Together, these pieces tell a story not through abundance, but through restraint. But the true immersion, what makes this style unforgettable, comes from the senses working together. The scent of cedar, the gentlest sounds of instrumental carols drifting through the house, the feel of soft wool warming cold hands. These sensory threads weave the atmosphere far more powerfully than any ornament or color ever could. The farmhouse Christmas is not only seen, it is experienced. It is an environment that settles into you, reminding you that the season was once. In embracing this timeless approach, we do more than decorate. We preserve a legacy, a way of marking the season that prioritizes warmth over spectacle, memory over trend, and presence over perfection. This is the Christmas so many people miss, not because it belonged only to the past, but because it requires intention, softness, and a willingness to let the home become a vessel for meaning rather than a display of modern convenience. When these principles take root, the house transforms. Slowly, quietly, beautifully, and what returns is that rare feeling, the sense of a Christmas that endures.